Hey, I'm Jason Russell. Welcome to the Duke City Chronicles. Thank you so much for joining us for season 2 of this wild adventure we're doing here in Albuquerque, where I live. Originally, we had envisioned this season being something we would do exclusively on YouTube, so you're going to hear us talk a lot about that. Now, we've changed some things, and we're going to be actually premiering all the new episodes right here on Twitch Friday at 6 p.m. Eastern, but you can also catch a replay that's going to premiere on YouTube the following Tuesday, same time, 6 p.m. Eastern. So that's why there's a little bit of a change. You can follow us on both platforms. Here on Twitch, we'd love it if you would subscribe, and then also on YouTube if you would like, subscribe, ring that bell, share everything for all the crazy things our hunters get into. Without further ado, let's get into the stream. Hi, I'm Jason Russell from Critical Dice, and welcome to the Fabled 42, where we build community through friendship, gaming, and, of course, chaos. You're watching the Duke City Chronicles, and you can watch us here every Tuesday night, 6 p.m. Eastern, right here on the Fabled 42 YouTube channel. Thanks for joining us. This is our first episode of Season 2. A couple of quick notes. Our sponsor today, as always, is Critical Dice. Oh, wait, that's me. You can go to thecriticaldice.com and enter code shameless plug. No, enter code Fabled42 and get 20% off any non-subscription item, t-shirts, dice, bags, whatever the heck I have on there, and get some of the most beautiful and fair rolling dice anywhere on the internet. Also, too, it would do a huge thing for us if you can just click like, subscribe, and then also click that little bell so that you always know when we have something new coming out. We have a lot of content on this channel, and you'll never want to miss another episode of the Duke City Chronicles after today. So with that being said, let's go ahead and do our intros for our players and our characters. GW, let's start with you.
Hey, I was totally ready. Hey, everybody. I'm GW. You can find me here at Fabled42 and also on IG and Twitter under GW005. That's 2 B's and 2 zeros. You can also find me on Clarion Dawn, which is a very cool sci-fi audio podcast where I voice a strange poet engineer in space going to Mars. Why? Find out today. And for the rest of this campaign, if I don't die horribly, I'm playing Quavon Whispers, aka Q. I am playing the Divine Handbook playbook. Yeah, that's the right term for it, playbook. And when you see Q, he is a young man, kind of like a freshman in college. Normally when he goes hunting, he wears an assortment of dark oranges and purples. He normally has his hair cut on the sides in very intricate designs, always something different. His hair kind of comes down in twists or braids, depending on how he's feeling. And he always wears a orange and purple cap. If you see him without that orange and purple cap, something is wrong. Ask him about it. And that's me, Q.
Right on. Diane.
Hey everyone, my name's Diane. You can find me here at Fabled42. I DM my own campaign on Mondays. I'm in other various shows on Wednesdays and Fridays and any other day they allow me to be here. And you can find me on the internet at The Pretty DM. And you will see me playing Katia Rose here on the Duke City Chronicles. I am the monstrous archetype, a half vampire. Yeah, she works in a morgue. She is very fashionable, but I don't know. She's hanging out with her new friends, living with a spooky grandma, trying not to get killed by her other two friends.
An admirable goal. Let's go to that spooky grandma, Bridget.
Oh, I'm Bridget. You can find me on Instagram at string_theories_. I do kind of fun, spooky embroideries over there. You can also find me on Fable 42. I'm in the Wizards of Wucador, and whatever else they will let me play in. Yeah, Fable Fabs is coming up soon. I play Suki Buchanan. She's a 70-year-old art professor at the University of Albuquerque and
New Mexico.
Of New Mexico in Albuquerque. I definitely know Albuquerque, but she is the spooky playbook. She sasses ghosts and big whammies things. She's covered in tattoos, fun, spooky, kind of witchy tattoos. She takes no guff from nobody, and except for Riley, of course.
Some light guff, yes.
Some light guff, yeah.
All right, Chris.
I'm Chris Solo, founder of Fable 42. You can find me at Fable 42 or DM Chris Solo on all the social medias. I only have a few seconds because Q talk too much. My name is Riley Reed, and I'm the expert. I have a truck, I've got a gun, I've got a sword, and I got an affiliation of doing all the diddly bits.
Yes. All right. And as before, I am Jason, your keeper of monsters and mysteries. You can find me at Critical Dice on Instagram and TikTok. And with that all being said, let's go ahead and get into tonight's game. It's an amazing place. Most people have no idea where it is, but we're okay with that. We've got mountains, rivers, deserts, and over 300 days of sunshine, and some of the most diverse and wonderful people you'll ever meet. It's a great place to live, and I definitely encourage you to try it. But we also have our dark side, our own ghosts, secrets, and legends. Most of them are true. For thousands of years, people have been living here and dying here. This is Albuquerque, but it goes by many names. The 505, the Burke, my favorite is the Duke City. These are the Duke City Chronicles. Quavon, it's nighttime now and you're exhausted. This is the second time you had a big hunt back to back like this, and you teleport back to your room. It's dark now and you're not even sure if your dad's home yet, but you teleport back into your room, and there on your nightstand is another plate of food, and you hear a noise behind you, and you look, and your grandmother's in the room. And she walks up, she puts her hand on your cheek, and she smiles, and she walks back out of the room. Suki, you're back home, and you're in the living room, and there's a knock at the door. You open the door, and there standing in front of you is Sammy, and he looks pissed. And he looks at you and says, "What did you do?" And you can see heat coming off of his arms and his hand, and he's starting to slowly change red. And you see his horns start to grow. You've made a terrible mistake. Kathy up in your room, and you kind of open your door to see what's going on. You hear someone talking downstairs, and so you go over to the window and pull it open to kind of look to see what's down there, and you smell something that fills your half undead heart with fear. You smell burnt cinnamon.
Oh no.
The vampires have come to Albuquerque.
Oh no.
Oh no.
So Suki, Sunny is standing there in your doorway, and you can see the waves of heat coming off of him like blacktop in summer. And he is glaring at you and just asked, "What did you do?"
Look, I'm sure you have every reason in the world to be mad. I just need to know why. I honestly, I'm sure I did something wrong. I'm sure. Because
Oh, you're sure you did something wrong? You went to my competitors.
Your competitors. Look, up until this point, I honestly didn't even know that they were in Albuquerque. Like I didn't even know the fates were centered here. I thought it was like an ancient Greek kind of thing. I'm sorry.
Well, I mean, yeah, they are and they aren't, but listen, it's also not healthy for you, all right? To be just trading away your futures like that, all right? And
Yeah.
we only so much business in this town. You could have come to me. You're messing up some pretty long-standing plans, if you get my drift.
Oh, I'm so sorry, honey. I do really apologize. You want to come in and have a cup of coffee about it?
He seemed to take a big breath and just like, all right, fine.
All right, come on in.
And Suki, you see standing in the kitchen, you see Rosalita, one of your tenants. I would say that she's living there, but that would be a misnomer, seeing as she's a ghost. And she's standing there in the kitchen, and she's standing very close to where you keep the kitchen knives, staring at Sunny. And you also can kind of look out the back through the door past Sunny's shoulder, and you can see another ghost standing in the front yard, kind of just watching suspiciously. They both seem to be waiting there to see if you require some assistance.
Stand down, troops. He's chill. Come on in, baby. Now, Rosalita, would you put on the kettle real quick? I got some instant coffee around here somewhere. You sit down. You make yourself comfy, honey. And I'm gonna get. I think the milk is okay still. I don't think it's expired anymore. But you tell me.
No milk from me. It just curdles instantly when I drink it.
I guess that will be right.
Yeah.
I did actually think of that. This might be a weird question. You don't have to answer it. But I do love a cup of warm milk. And if you stir your finger, is it just warm milk or is it like an immediate curdle?
Well, I mean, it's kind of a myth that witches make milk turn bad. It's more the demons that do it. But yeah, I don't think you want my fingers in your milk. No.
That's very fair. Well, now I know not to ask, And I'm just gonna like busy myself in the kitchen, and trying not to show Sunny that she's sweating profusely and like.
And he looks over at the stovetop and he sees it just like click on and the fire goes on under the kettle where you see Rosalita's just kind of turning the thing still like kind of like watching Sunny.
I'm gonna rub her incorporeal back and be like, "Don't worry, baby, he's okay." And I'm gonna like busy myself around. Okay, so do you want to tell me? Can you tell me about these grand plans? Is there something I can do to fix it?
Well, yeah. I mean, listen. When it comes to weaving people's futures, I mean, most people don't think of it this way, but I mean, the fates, the sisters weird, whatever you want to call them, the witches, three, and demons, I mean, that's what we do, right? We change people's futures. Mm-hmm. But now I told you I'm on sabbatical, and I don't really go in for the trading of souls and all that, but every trade I make, every small plan I put into place, it has ripples, and they have their own plans, and well, let's just say they conflict. Next time you need something, just come to old Sunny, all right? I got whatever you need. I mean, I can't prognosticate like they can, but I've got the good stuff. I've always had you can ask Riley. I've always got the good stuff, all right? What, he takes a sip. What'd you end up trading him?
Oh, shit.
Well, just a little bit of life force and luck and
Did they say the words potential?
yeah.
You see like heat just kind of come out of his mouth. Suki, I know you got the whole spooky grandma thing going on for you, but you ain't got much potential left. You get my drift.
I do. I definitely was not really thinking, you know? Like
Yeah,
it's
that's for
amazing
sure.
I've lived to 70 at this point based on that same sort of trait. But do you think it's like real bad? Are they coming for me soon?
Well, no, I think they got from you what they wanted in the short term, yeah, but listen, I mean, I wouldn't make it a habit, you know what I'm saying?
No, I definitely understand. They did kind of give me the like a little bit of the like, ugh, you know, like
Yeah.
in that weird like you know that like psychic sense of like shouldn't be talking to these ones.
Yeah,
But
yeah. No, I know the feeling. Some people feel that way when they talk to me, but I mean, you guys do have things in common. I get that. That's fine. I mean, listen, just stay away from them. Customer retention is really important to me. It's way easier to keep a customer than to get new ones. Just come see me and listen. He stands up, puts his hand on your shoulder. Don't worry about your potential. You've still got at least, by my calculations, at least 13 more good years. You have a good night.
13. Well, that's more than I thought. All right. Well, great. All right. I thought I was like 6 or 7. That's amazing. All right. Well, thank you for stopping by, baby. I'm so sorry about that again. And you just, you know, you let me know if I can, you know, do anything to make it up to you.
Yeah, if you see Ralph, you send him my way.
I will. He's been making himself scarce.
Yeah,
I must have scared him real good last time.
smarter than I give him credit for, that's for sure.
What do you want him for?
Huh. Manipulate someone, please.
Ooh, okay.
First roll of campaign 2. Or
It's,
season 2, whatever.
Campaign? No, it's the same campaign.
Since I am spooky, do I roll? It's still plus charm.
Yeah,
Sorry,
I think so.
My
Yeah.
on my telepathy. Oh, I can manipulate someone without speaking. Never mind.
Mhm.
All right. All right. Ooh, it ain't bad. It ain't bad. All right. I'm not very charming though. That's the thing. Charm plus 0. Cool. Well, it's still a 10. It's not bad. It's a 6 and a 4.
You know how people say, you know, after you die, you go into the light?
I've sent many people there.
Yeah, not everybody goes to the light. And some people try to avoid it as long as possible. And, well, you know, like what a bonds bailment is?
Yeah, absolutely.
Sometimes people can get bounties on them. Now, it's not my line of work, but it sure would be a little boost to the bottom line if I were to send Ralphie on his way.
All right. Well, good luck. I've been trying to do it ever since I got here. Been floating around here for 20 years, just bothering people.
Yeah, he's a slippery one. All right, Suki.
All right, Sonny. Bye,
Oh.
bye, honey. Get home
Oh.
safe.
Oh, okay. Oh, I will. And he walked over to the door frame and he touches the left-hand side, the right-hand side, and the top side and the right-hand side, and then he walks out.
I'm gonna lean over to Rosalita. I think you just did something to the house. I hope that's a good thing.
Rosalita only speaks Spanish, and
Bummer.
I don't know if Suki does,
He doesn't speak
but
Spanish.
she says something kind of long and complicated, but you get the gist is that she's basically saying a lot of really mean things and probably accurate things about his mother, and she drifts over to the door and kind of like starts to check it out. Katia, you were upstairs for this whole exchange, and where we left things off with you was the realization that there is the unmistakable scent of burnt cinnamon in the air, indicating there's at least one vampire currently in Albuquerque. How are you doing?
Not doing too well. I feel like I would have definitely closed the window, drawn the curtains, and just stayed and probably on social media trying to figure out if like anyone I know is in town. If anyone who I used to hang out with in New York specifically was in town.
Interesting. I'm going to ask you to read a bad situation.
Okay.
We've never read a bad situation through social media before, but some would argue all of social media
I
is
was
a bad
about to say the
situation.
same thing.
Yeah, no, yeah. I don't know if Katia believes that, but
She doesn't.
All of social media is a bad situation?
just Twitter.
I mean, even
get
Home
added.
Dude who just walked out wouldn't touch Twitter.
I think you may have helped. I'm gonna get added so much right now. Good thing I did get my Twitter
6?
profile. It's a 6. Yeah.
That's
So
a fail, right?
that's super a fail. Yeah. So you can mark experience, which is always nice. And as you're kind of looking around, you don't get any of your old people kind of looking at stuff, but there are a couple of hashtags that some of your less than savory former associates would use. And there are a couple of geo-tagged accounts that are using some of those, but you're not sure if those hashtags, if they really are aware of what they really mean, since some people will use them in a kind of a clandestine way. And so it's kind of inconclusive as this is just some dude bros, using some hashtag, not realizing its significance, or if it's, indication of something grander. But yeah, that's all you get.
Right. So I guess after a while of searching and not really getting anything, I would go find Suki.
Yeah, and I think it would take about the same time for you to search as it is for that conversation. You would hear the door close, knowing that Suki's probably alone now, so you can go down and talk with her.
Rosalita, I'm sure his mother was a lovely lady. You can't just
Suki?
go saying, "Hi, honey."
Hi. Question. Do you smell that in the air? Smells
No?
like burnt cinnamon. Do you smell that?
Pancakes?
No, I got a cafe mocha going, but that's not really. I'm more of a chocolate
No.
person.
All right. Second question.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure I'm not the only carnivorously talented individual around now.
Oh.
No.
Oh no.
And I know you've got like the sight, you can like see really cool things, you can like sense things. If you're sensing any more carnivorously talented individuals than myself.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, normally it only kind of works with ghosts and things, but I can try. Does
Other
my?
undead creatures?
I mean, I never really done that before, but I can absolutely do it, and I'll send out the site. And also, does my special red flag bandana like hang at all?
The red flag bandana, the hunter's handkerchief, it only works if there's like imminent danger, like if
like a
someone's
melee
like someone's like got you in their sights, or if someone's about to jump out of a closet with a knife, that kind of thing. It's not like everything's on fire, run. No, it's not. Yeah, that's more of a social media
Not
thing.
like there might be a thing happening.
yeah,
Maybe.
yeah,
Like it's like there's happening now.
Yeah, you're if that's how it worked, it would just burst into flame all the time. So hot. But so you can like kind of put out like feelers if you want, but what I'll say is when you do that, because you're trying to like what exactly? Like just feel the like psychic landscape? Is that the idea?
I'm looking specifically for vampires. Like, I know that my site is like for ghosts, but like I'm wondering if she can be like burnt cinnamon and vampires, like, see if it'll work. Like,
yeah,
I don't know if Suki knows that it'll work.
Yeah, I agree with that, and I think that while you're trying to like kind of like feel out like maybe there's a muscle there that you don't know about yet. The ghost from the front yard comes through the wall, and it's one of your regular visitors, and he's wearing boots with spurs, a bandana, old dusty kind of coat and shirt. You can still see like the spectral blood stain through the heart, cowboy hat, clean shaven face. He goes, "Hey, Masuki, what you trying to do?" And he sits down on one of the chairs, puts his feet up on the table.
I don't see this, right?
No.
Yeah. I figure I'm just used to her talking to random people all around the house.
Yeah, you're not sure if it's senility or the sight. Yeah.
I know. It's finally setting in. There goes the potential. It's just
How would you know?
Yeah. Bailey, I'm focusing on vampires. Also put down that ashtray. I see you doing it. Do I feel anything?
No. You don't feel anything.
No. What? What?
Oh, Katia, I don't think I can do it.
All right.
Did it? Did you you said that it smells like
It smells. There's a smell. It smells like burnt cinnamon. It's not terrible. It's not a terrible smell, but
I'm very surprised that is the smell. Like, that it's much
it's
more
a terrifying
pleasant than I thought.
smell. To be honest,
I'm sure. I'm so sure. I'm getting increasingly terrified. Was it close? Like, I don't know how vampire senses.
Yeah, that's a good question, storyteller. Could I, or keeper, whatever? Could I tell how close? Is it just a general smell? Is it like a proximity smell?
Yeah, so typically the way this has worked in the past for Katia is that whenever you go to a city, if there are any vampires at all, there's going to be this smell. And it was one of the things why you stopped and stayed in Albuquerque, because it was absent here. The first place you would come where that had been the fact. I would let you read a bad situation again and try to see if you can figure out like intensity or proximity, that kind of thing.
Okay, let's do that. Let's hope for better days.
It's all the
Literally
vampires.
a 6 again.
6 again? Okay.
Well, I leveled up.
Good. So in Monster of the Week, when you fail, you get experience, and when you get 5, you level up. So even when you fail, it's a good thing. So you're not really sure. You were kind of more freaked out by just that it was here at all. But you think if maybe you were like to like spend some more time, or maybe even like drive around town or fly around town or something, you might be able to figure out if like, well, is it only over here by the river, or is it only over here by the mountains, or is it just in the north part of town, or something like that. Because typically you would need to have a substantial presence, like a I forget what you call a group of vampires, but if you had a coffin of vampires, a brood of vampires, that would be enough to kind of permeate the entire city. But if it was like one, it might just be in a certain area. So as you're kind of contemplating this, Billy, the ghost, puts his feet down and says, "You need me to go hunt something?"
Oh, would you, honey? I mean, like, just take a general gander around. We ain't looking to kind of like stir up anything, because if I know anything about vampires, which I don't, I'm assuming that they're real good at tracking things. I don't know. Can you see ghosts, Katya?
I sure don't. No.
This whole time? I've just been talking to the air this whole time?
Nope. As far as I know, Suki, you are talking to no one but myself.
It's Rosalita and Billy the Kid.
No.
Oh. Dang it. Well then, never mind. Yeah, definitely. Happy hunting, Billy. Go find them. Yeah, like go. I mean, if you can, be careful. I don't want nothing to happen to you.
Yeah,
But-
sure. Yeah, I can take a look around, see what was going on. But yeah, if I see anything, I'll let you know. I'll kind of put the word out.
Oh, thank you so much, baby. You need
You're welcome.
lemonade or anything? You stopping by for a hangout, or are you just gonna move through?
I think I'll just keep on moving through. It seems like you ladies have got bigger concerns than entertaining a Western hero like myself.
And you sure? And nobody knows it more than you, Billy. All right, have happy travels. Be safe. Get there safe.
Ma'am. He nods and tips the hat to Katya, and he floats out through the wall.
I'm just sitting there like looking at my phone.
Is there anything I can do for you, baby? Is there anything special you want me to get? I mean, I don't know, like garlic or holy water, or I don't know.
Well, I don't think garlic does anything.
Right, you did tell me that.
But well, holy water, I don't know about that either. But I guess we could just take a ride around and see if the smell gets smellier or less smellier in places. Or maybe we can ask Riley. He's real good at tracking vampires, right?
Yeah, he's the one who cleared out Albuquerque before. I'm sorry, I just had a total.
It's true. It's true. I mean, it's
Yeah,
just
so maybe
what it
we'll
is.
take the long way to Riley's house to see what my nose picks up, and then ask him what tricks he has to hunt my kind.
That sounds
A little
perfect.
terrifying. Just
Yeah,
a little terrifying.
Just a little bit, but don't worry, baby. We got guns and so many things that'll protect you. And she's gonna pick up her hunting rifle and cock the carbine and like head out to the car.
I love the idea that you're realizing that putting Riley on the trail of how do I kill vampires is just generally not a good idea with you and the team. You're like, yeah, he can get obsessive about things. So I'll let you guys hop into the Mustang as we switch back to Quavon. Quavon, in my mind, after your grandmother legit watched you teleport back into your room, smile at you and give you a caress across the face and walk out, I'm going to say you probably spent a good, 20 seconds just kind of standing there, staring into space, trying to process everything. Tell me if I'm wrong, but that's kind of the vibe you laid down last time.
That's 100% right. The sheer shock and like slight embarrassment and worry for anyone that knows, especially my own family, is extremely nerve-wracking and terrifying for many different reasons, some obvious, some not. And I'll just stand there with my like mouth agape, and I'll look back at the food that she brought me. If I remember correctly, I think it was like snickerdoodles or something. What
It was
it?
grits.
Grits. I
Bowl
was
of grits
way
with like
off.
bacon, some cheese on there, salt and pepper.
Oh,
Yeah, that's the same face you made last time too.
yes.
Good.
Yeah.
So good.
and I'm gonna look back at it. I'm just gonna take a seat.
Better
Roughly,
experience, boy.
what time of night is it?
So, if I remember correctly, this is probably about 8 o'clock at night. You guys had finished with the center of the universe, closing the dimensional barrier, rescuing Riley from that same shadow dimension. You went to Taco Bell to decompress, and then everyone headed home. So you can hear like kind of like noises of like dinner being made out in the kitchen and some low talking. And you can definitely hear your mom and your dad are home and talking about some stuff.
Okay, I'm going to after I like take a breath and like try to process everything and try to think of possible lies I could tell Grandma or different things to try to like smooth this over to make it seem like it never happened, even though she seemed totally cool about it. But I don't know if she's going into dementia or not. I'm gonna take my food that I can't eat right now because I'm way too nervous, and I'm gonna walk downstairs to my family.
All right. So you walk downstairs, and you can see that your grandmother is now back on stovetop duty, and she's making basically breakfast for dinner, which in your house I would say is probably like a celebratory kind of thing. And you can see your dad and mom at the table kind of talking, and your dad's partially in uniform. He's kind of taken he's unbuttoned the outer shirt and is kind of like starting to relax and hang out a little bit and talking. And you walk in, and your mom's like, "Hey, baby, how you doing?"
I clearly seem nervous, but I'm super trying to play it cool, super. But I'm looking at parents, but my eyes keep kind of like darting to Grandma on the stove. But I'm trying to, hey mom, hey pops, what's going on? Breakfast for dinner. What is there good news?
Well, son, I suppose there kind of is. Talked to my CEO today, and I've got my orders. The bad news is I'm being stationed in San Francisco. The good news, it's only for 6 months.
Q just like does this huge exhale, like puts down his plate. Oh, only 6 months. Okay.
And I'll be able to finish out my retirement, months until retirement there. And I'll be able to come back and forth. Your mother and I were just talking, and we think it's probably premature to uproot the whole family. So I'll be working and living in San Francisco, coming back on weekends and things like that. And hopefully get all of you to come out here and there as well. Kind of split the difference. How's that sound?
That sounds great, Dad. I'm happy that he went easy on you.
He was understanding. Maybe we can even look at some of those art schools you've been talking about out there.
Yeah, the Academy of Art. Maybe we could.
Now, baby, I mean, we're not making any decisions. We're just saying that, if we do make a decision, we don't want it to be rushed. And if we end up liking it there when we visit, then maybe we can relocate. Or we might end up staying here. It's just, looking at our options.
That's great. If there's any reason to eat breakfast for dinner, that's it. I rush over and kind of like give my dad like a huge like beer hug.
Yeah, he gives it right back to you. He kind of picks you up a little bit, sets you back down.
And of course, my eyes are still kind of darting from Grandma to everyone else,
who is just like smiling and like stirring the grits that are on the pan and the pot and pulling the bacon off, and she's kind of ignoring you guys altogether. and she kind of turns around to the island where you guys will kind of put out everything family style, and she kind of smiles and she starts filling her bowl and get ready to sit down.
So as we're, kind of putting everything together as a family and, putting our plates together and kind of talking here and there, I'm going to whisper to Mom, hey, Mom, has Grandma been cool lately? Or does she seem a little bit off? Is everything all right?
No, yeah. Did you notice something?
No, I just wanted to kind of check in,
Yeah. We don't have another doctor's visit planned for like another month, but yeah, she's been doing good. Seems really happy lately. The only thing I can think of is like she's been wanting to go to church more, but I mean, she's always been spiritual person, and yeah, she's been wanting to go to Wednesday night church too. So, I mean, that's the only thing I can think of. I mean,
okay, great. That's great. Yeah, that's good. That's great. I'm glad to hear everything's cool, and I want to ask every now and then. I know medical things and everything. I don't always check up, so I just want to.
Sure. Well, if she puts her hand on your shoulder, if you're that worried about her, I mean, maybe you should spend more time with her. Why don't you come with us this Wednesday to church? I know she'd love to have you there.
Yeah.
And she's pulling a mom move on you right now.
Oh, of course.
She
my
totally
God.
is.
I felt that in my bones.
She totally
The grip
is.
of death, like, you're coming.
But but there's no way you can say no, especially when she use Grandma's name. Like, I can't.
Yeah, and you started it.
I did. Yeah. That sounds good. That sounds. Yeah, I got it.
Great. You leave at 6:00 on Wednesday, okay?
Yeah. Great. And I start kind of shoving the the cheese grits and bacon and stuff in my mouth, and I'll kind of coolly walk over to Grandma as Dad finishes up and kind of walks away. So it's just kind of us. Good day today, Grandma? Good.
She shakes her head.
Good. You see anything weird lately?
She just smiles, and looks like her eyes are kind of welling up with tears a little bit. She puts her hand on your face again.
Grandma? Okay. Okay. Let's eat, huh?
She squeezes your hand and goes back to her grits.
And as I'm forcing a smile and kind of going to the family table, my heart is just boom, 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 boom. What am I gonna do? And as I take a seat, I'll just kind of pull out my phone and I'll text Riley. I think I fucked up, Send. And that's it.
Riley. You and your T9 phone.
I just continue to eat breakfast with the fam as we're all
30 minutes later, you get how? Question mark.
I
And it's
think
the upside
she's-
down question mark, when you're typing Spanish, and he doesn't even know how he did that.
Yeah, he did it once 2 months ago and he can't get it undone.
I text back, I think she saw me teleport in my room. Send. The door was supposed to be locked. Send. It wasn't locked, I guess. Send. I messed up. I think send.
I throw my phone.
And then I send kind of a sentence of exclamation points. Send.
I've already moved on. He's stressed out right now.
Yeah, he can't deal right now. So girls, you're driving around in the Mustang, And Katia, how does this look? Like the way you described it, it sounded like you were going to stick your head out of the window like Ace Ventura while Suki drove.
No, I think.
What are we talking here?
I think I just had the windows down and we're cruising along. Not going like too fast. Probably the back roads, like the long way towards Riley's, and just getting a general, as it blows into the car, getting a general sense of the smell.
Yeah, from this kind of way, you can determine a couple of things. That it does seem to be confined to the city proper. As you kind of like get, kind of south of town and outside of, populated areas, it definitely goes away. And there's always been this element to it that does seem supernatural, that it only pops up in cities or towns. And as soon as you leave a city or town, it goes away instantly. It's almost like a supernatural marking of territory. So even if like 20 vampires were to meet together in the desert, that smell wouldn't be there because that's not a village or a gathering of people. But when you get back kind of in town and you're headed kind of east towards Riley's, it does subside. So it seems to be concentrated more towards the west side of the town, of town, and it does seem to be pretty faint. This might be someone who was simply passing through, or it may just be one person who's just here for a little bit. But it doesn't seem like a full-on nest of vampires have suddenly taken up.
Got it.
So.
All right, so just calculating all of that as we get to Riley's place.
Okay. And I say that it's easy. We can just jump to Riley's if you want. Riley, what have you been doing before the girls kind of walk in? Oh no!
I've been playing with my new thing. So I've been looking at this ring. I know you said it was pendant, but I got a little Viking ring, so I was gonna go with the Viking ring. And I've been wearing these glasses, which technically they're not aviators, but they work.
I love it.
And I'm just waiting for one of my friends to come in here and not see me. I'm gonna see if these work. I'm gonna waste the ability for the day.
Sure. So
that's what Riley would do.
Girls, you pull into the driveway, and there's still like a light on in the garage, and one of the big bay doors is rolled up. And you guys kind of walk in, and you're kind of looking for Riley, and you think you see something off in the corner of your eye. Riley, go ahead and roll your magic item, and I will. Do you mean tell people what it does?
I mean, sure, it's charm, right?
Yes.
So I got an 11, and I think my charm's a -1, so it's a 10.
Okay, so
which still works.
Yeah, it still works. Okay, so these are the sunglasses or the glasses that you got out of the bunker from Hibben. And once per day while wearing these shades, people don't notice you unless you interact with them directly. It lasts... so you roll plus charm to activate them. On a 7 to 9, it's a short duration. 10 plus, it works up to an hour. 6 or less, it has the opposite effect. So you got a what?
I got a 10.
A 10. Oh, great.
So as I heard the Mustang, I put them on.
Okay. You thought you saw like motion from the side of your eye, Katia, and you kind of look over in the corner of the garage, and there's no one there. And Riley, it's a weird effect because you look at Katia and she's looking everywhere you're not. Like she's just not looking at where you're.
So I'm not invisible. They're just not looking in my direction.
Yeah, like if you're here, she's like, where is he? It's just like there's like a blind spot in the way she processes
That's even better than
the light.
being invisible, honestly. Riley's gonna walk straight up to Suki. And so, does she always look everywhere she doesn't see me?
Yeah, like you put yourself in her vision, and you instinctively just looks like over there.
I'm gonna go look.
That is freaking crazy.
Suki.
And then suddenly he's right in front of you, Suki.
Ooh.
What? Riley Reed. What? are you doing?
I was doing nothing.
Where'd you come from? What the?
I've been sitting here the whole time.
While they're talking stuff, you can see him too.
Okay.
But I didn't interact with her. Can she still see me, or can she hear
You drew
me?
attention to yourself, and this is kind of what I mean. You're interacting, and so now
Okay.
the effect is paused.
Good stretch though. That's a good. That,
I just
what?
wanted her to see like Suki just talking to another ghost. She's like, "Oh my God, is Riley dead? What happened to Riley? Why are you talking to him? I can't see him. Oh my goodness." She wouldn't care that Riley's dead. You know, she's probably happy Riley's dead, but that's fine. All right.
She noticed, yeah.
And would she be happy?
So you take the glasses
to
off and
hunt
just put them in your pocket?
vampires?
Yeah, I do.
Okay. Go ahead.
Riley,
What?
you told me that you were really good at hunting vampires.
Yeah, best there ever was, ever have been.
All right,
Why,
so
who's asking?
you know that there's more vampires in this town.
No, they're not.
Well, first of all, there's me.
You're a half vampire. You don't count. Because if you did, I'd kill you too. We already established that.
There are. I can smell them.
What do they smell like?
Burnt cinnamon.
Sounds like pancakes.
Coincidentally.
Are you having pancakes?
Well, if you. What? If
Burnt-
you find this vampire, I'll buy you some pancakes.
What the fuck are we waiting for then?
That's what I'm asking. Let's do it. What do you? What do we have
what's
to
your
do? What's the first thing that you do when you're looking for a vampire?
Well, have I ever fought a vampire before?
Give me that roll. Give me that roll that says. Give me that roll that lets you look through your past experiences.
Coming from the man who
what?
said he got rid
Stop
of
it.
all.
You don't hear that? It's all meta. Y'all, hush your face. Which one is it?
The reports of his exploits may be greatly exaggerated.
The dark past?
Dark past, and if you're going to consult the hag, the archaeological guide, you can get a +1 on it.
The what and the do who?
Well, Hibben's archaeological guide. If you have that with you to kind of cross-reference, you can get a +1 on that roll.
Did you?
I think you took
Oh,
it.
from Codebook. I wrote it
Yeah.
from Codebook. You used a bunch of words I didn't know. Codebook is what I wrote. Archaeological. No, all right.
Yeah, the hag is fine too.
So that's plus sharp, which is a 3, and then from the book is a 4, and I rolled an 11.
Whoa. Yeah, okay, so you have fought vampires before, but it was during a short stint in Alaska. But never here in Albuquerque.
I've seen that movie. I didn't like it.
Uh-huh.
Short stint in the last one.
That was terrifying, actually.
Yeah, you were with Montgomery at the time. But typically what happens, the first sign is that people start going missing, usually being fed upon. And the best place to find them is to start kind of tracking where the bodies, where people have gone missing, and see if you can't figure out an epicenter. And it's usually going to be a place that can be secured, abandoned, and will be dark. Like seeing houses that suddenly have boards on the windows, a unused building that has like locked basement doors, that sort of thing. And the other thing that you know too is that wildlife won't go anywhere near it. Like cats won't hang out.
Sure, it's just like a normal predator. Now,
Mm-hmm.
garlic,
Birds,
yay, nay.
garlic, no, it just ticks them off.
All right, what if they ingest it? Give them like allergies
ticks,
or something?
Then it ticks you off.
Mirrors,
They do have reflections.
stakes in the heart. I mean, we understand, like, you stab
That'll work.
anything in the heart, it kills them. But just
Yeah,
all
wooden
right.
stake in the heart will absolutely do it.
Silver stake in the heart.
No, unless it was also a werewolf.
Right. Holy business.
Yep.
My holy
Yep.
bullets.
Yeah, holy bullets will work. Holy
Right.
water will work. The sign of the cross or other holy relics will keep them at bay, but not.
Do they have to ask
injure them.
permission to enter the room? I know too
Yes.
much about vampires.
Yes.
Sunlight, does it turn them to a crispy critter or just kind of like burns them a little bit? And
It's
then
not as fast as the movies show, but like, I mean, walking across the street, like in a city, from one side to the other would be a very risky proposition, but
Right,
it could be done.
right. John Carpenter's Vampire may be one of my favorite movies in all the world. All right. I articulate this to my friends as I grab my rifle.
Riley,
Okay,
your
alright.
phone somewhere in the garage starts ringing.
Oh shit! I threw that. Q was acting all crazy.
Yeah, all of this makes sense. All of this makes sense.
You find it underneath one of the workbenches.
Here it is. Here it is. Right here.
And it says Detective Grant.
Oh, shit. Pardon me, ladies. I have
Ask him if there's missing people.
This is Riley Reed, your local truck. What's up, mister?
Mr. Reed, always a pleasure to talk to you.
Absolutely.
I was wondering if you and your team could come take a look at something for me.
Sure. My team and I will be right there. Where are we going? Yep. Q, your ears are ringing like a mother.
I couldn't unmute myself quick enough. Your team?
That's what he said. His words, not mine. I'm just accepting it. You go be divine somewhere. You can't even teleport out of your house while your grandma's singing. Hush your face.
You shut up.
Texting
bad
you.
words.
Texting. All right.
He says it's a weird one, and I thought you all might offer some perspective. If you could meet me in about an hour, I would say, at the Lobo Theater. It's not too far from your garage.
Yeah.
There's a body I want you to check out.
Yeah. You know what? We'll be there in an hour, sir. See you then.
Yeah, just make sure there's no uniformed cars or anything out front when you come. I'll be waiting.
Sounds good.
And he
Might
hangs
click
up.
All right, Suki, Katia. Seems like there's a mysterious body that
You didn't ask him if there was missing people.
you don't lay all your cards out on a telephone. There's all sorts of people doing the wires of tapping. So I'm gonna have that conversation in the middle. But he said that the body was peculiar, I believe is the word he said. I don't think that's the word he said, but that's the word I'm using. And he wants us to check it out. So my guess is this is the right tooth that's barking up that tree.
The what?
What?
That's not a saying.
I just said it, so that means it's the saying. You came
No
you
one
came to
else
me
says
for
that.
the expert knowledge. That is how us vampire hunters talk. You chase the
Alright.
teeth up the tree, clearly.
All right. Grab your holy bullets, put them in the gun, get in the car.
Let's go. So we're gonna go meet him in an hour. We gotta go swing by, maybe pick up Q.
Oh yeah.
He made an oopsie, so we should probably either pick him up manually, give him a little knock on the door maybe, and have him
An
just walk out the
oopsie?
house.
What kind of oopsie?
He didn't get into specifics.
Okay, yeah. Let's play this straight then.
I'm gonna give him a call.
Get all
Suki,
dressed
before
as normal as possible.
before we go any further, you get a notification on your phone. An account you follow has made a new post.
I have it pulled up and everything. Oh, look at that. Well, if it just wasn't the timing, my friend Weird EBQ. Dear God, what is my problem with Albuquerque today?
I love it.
There's so many problems with Albuquerque.
Yeah, Albert QQ. But Weird ABQ just posted. I was just out there, and it's Should I read it?
Go ahead.
25,000 carbons. One of them has to be the right one.
And
I don't like the sound of that.
and you finish saying that, and suddenly you have a vision. You're standing out on the tundra, somewhere outside of town. It's dark, the moon is out, and you're walking among giant boulders, black and browns, with carvings on them. And there's one right in front of you as you approach, and on the table-like surface of the stone is a playing card. No, that's not right. It's a tarot card. And you pick it up, and it's the moon. And you look at a sound ahead of you, and there's a cave, blacker than any night. And you see eyes, then teeth, then claws, and then a low, low growl as it leaps for you. And you land on your butt in Riley's garage. And that's where we're going to stop for this episode.
No. No.
I know what it is.
no.
I know what it is.
No. A chupacabra.
Son of a bitch.
You wish. All right, guys.
I
What?
just want one.
Who wishes?
I just want one.
I'm gonna
She
retire.
wishes.
We see when I'm retiring. That's it. Calling it a day.
When I talk to my team about the hypotheticals, I always use a Yeti or a chupacabra in examples. And one point, some of them were like, wait, why do you keep saying Yeti? Are there Yetis in Albuquerque? And I'm like, I don't know. So
You never heard about a sand yeti?
that sounds disgusting. Well, guys, thanks for watching Duke City Chronicles, part 1 of episode 5, The Order. Please like, subscribe, and ring that bell so you don't miss another episode. We'll see you back here next Tuesday night, 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, as we get back into our mystery for the Duke City Chronicles. Albuquerque is a weird place. Let's keep it that way.
Albuquerque out.
Wow, that was that lame.